started talking about like 2 years ago they had a guy come on and got to the top 100 in the Phase 5 contest. He literally made rugs. He made carpets. He made carpets. They were
Yo,
like,
what if we make rugs but in the metaverse?
they're like, it doesn't matter what you do.
Bro, meta rugs, bro.
Dude, we just start rugging people, bro. We start rugging projects. Let's start off with the first one, man. The first one we're gonna cover is gonna be the Red Village, probably the biggest hitter of the current games, with timeline of gameplay when the game is releasing, and then also just like, you know, based on the floor value and what you're gonna be minting. I think it has the best potential for growth, and it's one of my favorite, you know, current games because I'm a World of Warcraft kind of guy, you know. All right, so we have Remy showing off the graphics. Look at these animations. So it looks like very similar to, you know, the kind of beginning animations that you saw in like World of Warcraft, Warcraft 3, Warcraft 2. But remember, like, building a game from scratch when you don't have a lot of the, you know, the previous animations, and like, you know, World of Warcraft builds off of what they've already built before. And so they're kind of like updating and making it better, and making the UI and all that kind of stuff more seamless. And so if you look at these animations, like, you know, they're building very, very, very similar graphics. I think this is a boss. This is like someone that you're supposed to fight for a second. Did you see that, Bren? They showed off like that guy with like the skull mask.
Yeah, no, that's the blood wraith, bro. So that's the summoning.
Oh, that's sick.
The summoning creature. That's the creature that represents summoning within the Red Village.
I think this is all hit detection that they're showing. And if you notice these characters when they move, you can see they're doing their basic attacks, defense, dodging, maneuvering, and they're also, I think the wizard right now, he's actually about to do his special move. What it looks like he summoned something right after the screen. Yeah,
so like overall, this is such a sick project, because if you think of like RuneScape, World of Warcraft, all the gear that you get built on, you know, inside of like those MMORPGs. So like inside of those worlds, you get like tier gear in World of Warcraft and like special weapons, but like the ability to take that off as an NFT and sell it, I think it's huge, because kids are gonna play fun games for hours and hours and hours, but like they've always been, you know, kind of cracked down upon for like, you know, real world trading. And so like selling your gold, or, you know, buying items, or like buying, you know, boosts and that kind of stuff. So people literally pay people in World of Warcraft to boost their character, to like help them, you know, PvP better and do blasey blasey. You know, so, you know, getting after some of these really special items, I think it's gonna be huge, because turning the play to earn space and being able to fractionalize your own character and take off one of his NFTs and sell it is huge.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one biggest part that we're missing is kind of like what the actual game is going to be at like right now. So it is going to be a RuneScape type game in the future, but the actual game that's going to be coming out is actually going to be very similar to Zedrun. So if you have any familiarity with Zedrun, it's a horse betting game or horse wagering game, but this will have a very similar concept. So it's going to be 8v8 tournaments. You will fight 1v1 against someone else in that 8v8 tournament. If you win, you progress to the next, you fight one more time, and if you win, you go to the finals. And in the final, you can win money. So that's what the game's going to be coming out on the 31st of January, where you can actually fight people for money. And I think that the key part of the Red Village ecosystem is going to keep this NFT extremely valuable.
Yeah, let's play the intro video real fast. Let's turn the actual sound on.
This trailer gives me goosebumps.
Oh, this trailer's sick. All right, let's play it for everybody.
At night, I lie awake, consumed by visions of heavy iron gates. Blood runs like rivers through the cold streets. Broken bodies hang from lengths of rope. Only pain is known here. The air is heavy with death. I feel a hatred brew inside me like a winter storm. I yearn to fight, to kill. I am home. I
So if you look at this, they have like different class 3, 2, 1, and then blooding. I don't know if blooding or bloodbath, which one is going to be like, you know, the griffin for it. And then you have like the blood theater class 5, class 4 that's coming soon. Very similar UI to Zedrun. And so like you'll be able to fight other people. And the prize pool, right, is if it's like 8 people go in and
70% first.
70% goes to
second.
Yeah, 70% to first, 30% goes to second. So that's the final fight. So you'll pair off against one person, fight, continue on, another person, fight, continue on, you know, until you get to and then the finals. And so like you're basically fighting for the biggest pot. And like, dude, 70% rake is huge. I mean, like, that's a really big win pot.
Yeah, and they did say in their white paper, the blooding is the griffin. It's pretty sick. They were like, whenever you have a champion, like, he hasn't drawn first blood yet, and you have to put him in to like break his seal.
Yeah, it's sick. It's pretty sick. And then like you have, you know, the results pages here, so you'll have like after your theaters, you'll be able to see like, you know, who did what, and then the winnings. When you win, your money will come to the winnings portion right here. There'll also be breeding, I think, still in Q1, the end of Q1 or beginning of Q2. There'll be breeding. You know, summon. You got summoning here. And then, you know, just overall you can see your champions. So the Genesis champions are here. The Mystic drop is coming to you live pre-sale for those who got the whitelist. Is going to be happening in about 16 hours or so. And then they still have 2 more drops left, Warlord and Lionheart. And then when you breed these people together, you'll be getting, what are the half-bloods? You'll be getting half-bloods. And so if you have an R1 and an R1 breed, it's R2, so you breed like an R2 plus 11, so you breed an R13. So it's 1 plus 1 plus 11. And so if you're breeding any type, like an R1 and R4, you get a 5 plus 11, that's an R16 breed. And so there's also going to be death matches, which we're going to be hosting on Metaverse Gaming. We'll be hosting death matches where basically we'll breed someone, we'll go out and fight, we'll death match it, and then we'll just do thumbs up or down if we continue. We're going to be like, yo, should we keep going? We just won someone's champion. We'll give that champion away, and then we'll continue. Like, should we continue or not? But if we lose, then we're probably going to lose them all. So it's not like, you know, we're going to continue till we have nothing left, or we'll continue till we give away more champions. That's soon to come. So to the death is going to be the death matches that we're talking about. And then Darklands, I think, is going to be like their MMORPG type game, like a metaverse type game where you can participate with your champions inside of the metaverse. But these are the ones that I got right here. My favorite, I think, even though it's Hurricane for sure. Hurricane is an R3 Memorial, so it's like a rare coat color. And then R3 Barbarian, and they all have different fighting styles. We'll go through the fighting styles real fast for everybody to see. But this is my favorite with Hurricane. And I just like the fact that his mint number is 80. So he's in the top 80 ever minted. Like, that's, and his name is Hurricane.
5,000 so far.
Yeah, I have other ones. I think the best name I have is Savage. He's the only Savage in the game. And he's an R1 Orc Druid. But let's go through the different styles real fast, like who you can be. And Brentino, you want to lead us through like what these styles are?
So there are 5 main breeds that you can have within the Red Village. So we can start with Wizards. So Wizards are very, very high in attacking as well as moderate in defense. So when it comes to fighting, you basically gotta choose a technique, and it's a little bit of a strategy game of how you're going to put your different champions into this. So Wizards are one of them, and they're very high attacking. So like I think they're very good to have R1 Wizards. That's why they kind of are sold at a premium to all the other breeds right now.
Yep. And then we have the next one is Paladin.
Yep, Paladins. So they are very high attack, or they're high attack as well as high defense. Kind of very similar to the Barbarian. They probably are going to be monsters in within this. So Paladins can be extremely strong, and they can also have really good defense. So if you find one that has a super high attack and you like put it on a defensive strategy as well, like that could be a monster as well. Their special moves are Holy Strike and Night Steal.
And then we have Barbarian.
Yep, moving to Barbarian. So very similar to your Paladins in terms of attack, so high attack and high defense, just different moves, and they kind of look a little bit more badass as well, in my opinion. But again, could be monsters if you find one that has a very, very good ability, strike a special move, or is very high accuracy.
Kind of looks like Jason Momoa.
Yeah, like low key. Like barbarians look sick, dude. The one after barbs are rangers.
Yeah, so super slept on. I think they're probably the only one behind. They're right behind Jude in terms of price. So they're pretty cheap, to be honest, but they have very high attack and moderate defense. So what really makes them that much different from the Wizards? There's not too much, but I think they're super slept on. I think they're going to be some of the best R1 Rangers in the game, especially if we get a super high attack Ranger.
And the most slept on class is definitely going to be Druid.
Yes. Druid, I love Druids, but I think the R2, R3 Druid, as well as anything lower in R numbers, will actually favor the Druid, because if you have a very high defense and if your Druid is just a powerhouse, like never dies, it doesn't matter if you get hit first. You know, like an R1 can hit him first, but his defense is so high that it doesn't even matter. You just chug through a whole 5-minute smacking each other, and this Druid just won't die, you know? So I love Druid. I think they're very, very slept on, and we'll see in the future, bro. But I think they're still good.
I hope one day they come out with like a 3v3 kind of thing, because I'd love to have like a Druid and a Barbarian up front with my Wizard in the back, just dropping bombs on people. Or like a Ranger in the back. Like a 3v3 would be so cool.
I think arenas are going to be sick. If you look at like World of Warcraft styles, right? Like the classic comp that like most people went with was, you know, in 3v3s was Rogue Mage. What was it? Rogue Mage and Priest. And like Rogue Mage Priest was sick because the mages could basically polymorph somebody, the rogue can sap the other person, and they can blow up the other target. And the priest had like a high ability to like put shields on people to like negate damages. And so like when we start to look at these class comps and they come to like actual 8v8s, and it's going to be really interesting because you're going to get a really cool play style similar to what you saw with like World of Warcraft and what you see with you know, League of Legends. They have like their like you have a team on League of Legends, and like your comp has to matter based on, you know, like what strengths other people have. And so like going into 8v8s and like arena style tournaments is gonna be super fucking sick. Also, we didn't talk about this, but the special moves, Brandino, aren't they like randomly generated, like random rolls for the special moves versus just their actual attack?
Yep, they're RNG. Some champions though have more of a likelihood, specifically by maybe R number, they might have a more likelihood to hit their special move. So now that's why it's important to get in now before the next 2 drops.
Exactly.
Similar to that, I believe I read on the white paper that the lower the R number, the higher chance of attacking first you have.
So R1s will always attack first over an R2. And that's pretty big, especially if you have an R1 Ranger. So look at that very high attack. So imagine your R1 Ranger does a very high attack against like someone who has like, you know, just very high defense, or like say like the Barbarian. So I think Rangers will wreck Wizards, personally, because if you ever looked at like kind of like class type, mages did decent damage, especially in like RuneScape. You know, if you had a mail or plate, you know, armor on, I guess that mail and plate would be just. No, I think it's like chest plate. Yeah, whatever. But basically, if you had like plate armor on, mages can hit that a lot better than like arrows could. Versus, you know, an arrow goes right through cloth, which is what wizards are going to be having. So they don't have as much defense, right? So I think that the ranger will hit well against the clothies, which is the wizard. It'll hit well against the druids, because they're probably wearing leather, and it'll hit well against the barbarians. But the paladins are going to be pretty good to curb against a ranger. But if that ranger goes against an R1 ranger, R1 wizard go against each other, if the ranger hits and the wizard and it evades the wizard's attack because of a roll, that's it. The wizard can't evade 2 hits from a ranger. So I really think that if a ranger has the evade happen, that's 2 attacks with high attack to, you know, moderate defense. They're going to take out fucking wizards.
And it's probably got faster attacks.
Look forward to the Red Village, everybody. Death matches is going to by far be one of my favorite things. We're going to be doing a death match show here on Metaverse Gaming. Additionally, I am so excited for Factions 8v8s. Watch for the Public Mint. That is tomorrow on the 25th of January, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Love the Red Village because of the ability to fight for money and for NFTs. and the interactive utilities of all the villagers. Bring your best champions, we'll blood them all. The game comes out on the 31st of January. We'll see you on the battlefield.
Thanks for watching, guys. We've been Metaverse Gaming. Consider subscribing to our channel, liking our video. Come back for more NFT and crypto gaming content. You can find us live at twitch.tv/metaversegaming 4 to 5 times a week. Yeah, thanks for watching.